Welcome and thank you for installing Rewardify, an application that allows you to manage store credits, loyalty and VIP programs, and referral programs, allowing you to craft a system that meets your business needs. In this video, I will guide you through setting up the customer experience. First thing to note is that in general, Rewardify does not add any code into your theme unless specifically required. This depends on your theme. To begin, we'll start in your Shopify admin and go to your theme section so that we may open up your store in another browser tab. Let's start by creating an account. We'll start by adding a link into the My Account page that will show the customer their current credit balance. Now let's go back to the Shopify admin and into the Rewardify app. In the menu under Setup, we'll tap on Customer Experience. Notice at the top that the customer experience is currently disabled. We'll leave it as is until we've completed the configuration changes to match our theme. We'll start by going into the JavaScript section under Theme Customization. And modify the integration to match our theme. Notice the account page template block insert selector. This defines where on the page we will inject our template into the account page. By default, Rewardify is looking for the view addresses link on this page. We then insert the link that shows the customer their current credit balance, as well as directs them to the Rewardify provided My Store credit page. Now let's head back to your store and let's take a look at your theme code. Let's inspect this particular area of your page. Notice how the element is a link. Let's modify our template code to match. We don't need to modify anything further here. Under the templates section, let's tap the account page template block and then open up the default language. By default, Rewardify templates are implemented using UIKit. We will modify this to match our installed theme. That's it. Now we'll save. There may be an up to 2-minute delay before these changes are reflected on the front end. However, we also haven't enabled our customer experience just yet. From here, the next set of changes really depends on how you intend on allowing your customers to apply the credits they have in their account, which is controlled via the credit options in Rewardify's customer experience setup. Now, let's assume that you intend on allowing customers to redeem their credit as a discount code. Let's also assume you would like Rewardify to automatically calculate and redeem the maximum amount available. To do so, we'll go under the theme section and we'll make a couple adjustments to the templates. First, let's modify the My Store credit page template. We will comment out the ability for the customer to redeem credit via the My Store credit page. This is generally made available for customers to have the ability to redeem for discounts of a specific amount, for example, a fixed $25 discount. We generally recommend merchants disable this option when configuring the system for automatically calculated discounts. To do so, we'll simply comment out the discount block. And that's it. Now let's take a look at the cart page redemption block. This block allows customers to redeem for a discount where they must enter a specific amount to redeem. We will modify this so that the system will calculate the maximum discount and redeem automatically. We'll also make a slight adjustment to the text. That's it, and we'll save. Now, before we enable the customer experience, let's take a look at the cart page. I have an item added to my cart. Now, if I want to add a button that will allow customers to redeem their credit, the best spot seems to be right above the checkout button. Note the element and where we would like to position this element, and the different classes available on this element as well. Div cart underscore underscore CTAs. Now let's go back to the JavaScripts under theme customization and take a look at cart. This time we're going to look at the cart page redemption insert selector, and we'll modify this to match our theme. We're going to inject this template right above the div cart CTAs element in our store. And we will save that. Likewise, we'll go back and we'll modify the cart page redemption block so that it matches the same elements as the current checkout button. Okay, great. Now let's enable the customer experience. Now let's take a look at our changes. So we can see the button injected above the checkout button. We can adjust this slightly so it fills out the space using a special class in UIKit. Or if you already have a class available in your own theme, you may apply that as well. Let's go back to the admin section and make that adjustment. Under templates, cart page redemption block, let's apply that class and save. Now let's take a look at our store again. And we can see the button now takes up the full space. Now let's see how it works. After we tap the Apply My Credit button, we can see the text that shows a discount will be applied at checkout. However, it doesn't match the rest of the theme. Let's take a look at this element. We can see that this element makes use of a couple of different classes here. Let's copy those values out. And let's go back to our admin section. Let's take a look at the cart page redemption block again. We can see the RW text meta tag. Let's just modify that. We do know that this is not really a text note. Let's just remove that. And let's hit save. Okay, great. Now let's go back to the store to review our changes. Refresh the page and tap the Apply My Credit button. Notice the text now matches the style from above. However, it is still justified to the left. Let's adjust the text so it's aligned to the right. The wrapping element requires a special class. The RW text right class will justify the text to the right-hand side. Let's go back to the admin side to make this change. On the cart page redemption block, let's add that element to the wrapping element. Let's add that class to the wrapping element and save. Tap the Apply My Credit button, and we can now see the text is aligned right and matches the other style. Finally, let's take a look at the Add to Cart action. When I do Add to Cart, we notice that there's a Checkout button and a View Cart button, but the Apply Store Credit button is also not added here. So let's add that button into this area as well. To begin, let's go back to the admin side, and we'll take the cart page redemption block that we already have, and we'll copy that into the side cart redemption block, so it matches the same style. Now let's go back to our store and let's take a look at this particular element on the page. Notice that these two buttons are within another element called cart notification links. This does look slightly different from the cart page itself. What we want to do though is we want to place the action for applying our store credit above this particular checkout button, which would be right above, right within this form, above the checkout button itself. So what we're looking for here is the cart notification form, and we're going to inject our template right above this button within this particular form. Now let's go back to the admin side, and under the JavaScript section, let's take a look at our side cart redemption block. Notice that this is currently disabled, so we will enable it, and we'll also add where exactly we're going to position this block within. Recall that we're going to add this button into the cart notification form for the side cart pop-up. However, specifically, we are doing so right above the checkout button within that particular form. And that's it. We're going to be inserting it right above, so let's save. Great. Now let's take a look and see how that change has impacted our store. Let's start by refreshing and adding an item to the cart. And there we go. The Apply My Credit button is now visible and is available for the customer to apply their store credit. Notice here that the text is right justified. I believe we can make this centered by removing that particular element that we added previously. So let's make that adjustment within our admin side. Again, under the theme customization and templates, we'll modify the side cart redemption block, and we will remove the RW text right class. Save. And that is it. Let's head on to the My Account page to see the store credit link injected. Let's tap on that, and we see the My Store Credit page that we provide. And finally, on the cart page itself, the store credit button is available to the customer. That's it for today. Please do reach out if you require any further assistance.